Hello, YouTube. Today I finished the book Bill Clinton, My Life. Now, mind you, this book is pretty thick. It's pretty thick. It's about 956 pages. And in it, it's deep. Prior, I had knowledge of Bill Clinton. I knew he was a president. I knew he was from Arkansas. And I knew he went to Oxford. And he, had an affair while during his presidency. That's roughly about how much I knew. And he was born in the 40s. But after reading this book, his autobiography, I have a much more deeper understanding of him. Because this book, it starts off literally the day he was born. His father didn't leave. His natural born father didn't leave. His father was killed in a car accident. So his natural father didn't leave the house. So he didn't quit on the family. He died. It starts off from that day he was born in the hospital from his widowed mom all the way to his last day in the White House. So in it, you hear about him, going to school, being around his relatives, being in his grandpa's grocery store. And his grandpa would let people buy stuff on credit because he deserved hard work, and because his grandfather, because people who work hard deserve to feed their families. Talks about him going to school, applying to Georgetown, not thinking he'd getting into Georgetown, going to Yale. Yale's where he met Hillary. It talks about the Vietnam. He mentions that quite a bit. How he didn't want to get into the war, but he kind of felt obligated to because his natural dad, was a war veteran himself. It talks about their courtship. Him and Hillary. It talks about Chelsea being born. Um, his whole presidency. It talks about everything. After reading it, I feel like I've met him, and we've sat down and talked about his whole life. I feel I know much more about him now, and it's definitely a good read, although it's thick. I will say it's really good, but it's thick. So if you're not into really thick books, I may have something else. But if you are interested in history, historical biographies, I would definitely give this one a thumbs up and say this one is good to read because it really is. And yeah, outside of that, it's a really good book. I would highly recommend it to read. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, or do all three. I'll see you next time.